Hello, and welcome to another edition of Truth and Rhythm. This is a show that gets deep in the pocket with contemporary music's foremost masters of the groove. I'm your host, Scott Goldfine, musicologist and author of Everything is on the One, the First Guide to Funk. If you don't have your copy, get on over to Amazon and pick one up. You'll be glad you did. Whether you're watching the video version of this show or listening to the audio podcast version on iTunes, I thank you very much for your continued interest and support. Speaking of which, if you have not done so already, please subscribe. If you have subscribed, get friends and family to subscribe, need that support. This episode features the son of funk, R&B, and jazz legend Robert Kool Bell. He, of course, of Kool and the Gang, and his son is Hakim Bell, whose stage name as a disc jockey and recording artist is Prince Hakim. This is the second of a two-part series featuring both generations of the Bell family, with Kool segment having already been posted. The two of them recently, respectively, lost their mother and wife, Sakinah Bell, who had fought a long battle with illness. Truth and Rhythm sends heartfelt condolences out to the entire Bell family. Hakim, having grown up in a rich musical and funky environment, caught the DJ bug at an early age. He would practice making beats and spinning records with his brothers and cousins, and spent summers with music mogul Jermaine Dupri, who himself DJed in his garage and sold tickets for $1 a pop. Most heavily influenced by the sound of the 1980s and current music, Hakim has traveled from New York to Tokyo, sharing his passion and spreading his message to celebrate life. Having rubbed elbows with a who's who of upper echelon celebrities and musical heroes, Hakim toured with Kool and the Gang as a featured rapper, and more recently has been DJing scores of high-profile events. As he continues to build up his following and brand, so too does he continue to expand his musical foundation, including becoming a recording artist in his own right. He recently teamed with vocalist Walter Anderson and other talented musicians on the infectious dance single Royalty. Let's take a look now at the new glossy video that also features Kool and the Gang. We'll be right back after the video for Royalty. Welcome back to the Truth and Rhythm studio. That was Prince Hakim's single Royalty, with a little help from some famous friends and family. Just ahead, Hakim provides lots more details on his budding recording career, his DJ endeavors, what it was like growing up in the musical Bell household, the thrills of meeting music superstars, what his famous father is really like, and much more. In boxing, it's all about answering the bell. Here we go a few rounds with Prince Hakim questioning the bell. Enjoy. I'm delighted to welcome to the Truth in Rhythm mothership, Hakim Bell, who professionally goes by the name DJ Prince Hakim and is the son of a funk, R&B, and pop giant and Kool and the Gang leader Robert Kool Bell, who also was recently on this show. Hakim, how's it going today?
All right, man. All right, everything's good.
Good to have you. You're coming from New Jersey today, is that right?
Yeah, live from New Jersey. Yeah,
which you're born and raised, right?
I am born and raised New Jersey, man. It's a lot of good music and a lot of talent out here on the East Coast.
Yeah, no doubt. Deep roots out there in Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real deep.
Well, so of course I'm a big Kool and the Gang fan, going way back, to awesome. The Jungle Boogie era as well as the JT era. So, really, very much admire your dad, and very cool to talk to you today. So thanks for coming on.
That's awesome, man. My pleasure.
Well, of course, my first question we've kind of touched on, which is, we know you're from Jersey, but Hakim, tell me what it was like growing up in that musical household.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, as you're growing up around lots and music and lots of creative people and instruments, radio, concerts, and all the stuff that definitely one of the reasons why I'm attracted to the music business. Growing up with it for sure. Some people go the opposite way, and some people dive into it. Came up similar to me, but I was one that dove into the entertainment part of the industry, man. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
How much were you sort of like insulated from the entertainment world and going to school and stuff like that versus really just kind of being a part of it?
Yeah, no. I went to high school, regular public high school, public grade school and junior high school. Went to a private school, Seton Hall Prep, for about 2 years, but I didn't really dig it. Awesome school, forget about it. Awesome school, but it's an all boys school, and I wanted to go to the local high school in West Orange. So, but yeah, but even during the summers, I would go on the road or go visit my other friend, Jermaine Dupri, who lives in Atlanta, big singer songwriter. And when I go visit him at his house, he'll be doing music, DJing, and you know, now he's got inducted to the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He just went in. This is my buddy. So, like I said, if I wasn't home in Jersey with music, I'd be in Atlanta or California, surrounded with music, having fun, growing up in this business.
Was it sort of like other people in the group were like uncles and things like that? I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yep. Right now, there's two uncles in the band. One uncle who is a lighting director, and he went on to do lights for everyone from Patti LaBelle to New Edition, Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, Rocky Bell, Wahid Bell, um, and my uncle Ronald Bell, my dad's brother. They both co-founded the band Kool and the Gang, and my uncle was the producer and musician and wrote a lot of those horn parts and songs and records. So yeah, I grew up in his studio as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about the other guys in the band, though? I mean, they're probably sort of like an extended family almost too, right?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's just one big family, man. You're right. Absolutely, man. Yeah. I just saw JT and his family. It's been a while, and that was pretty cool. And his son, his wife, first time meeting his son, so that was really cool. Yeah, but it's always been like that. I'm sure it's like that with all the bands. They're around each other so much that their family kind of all grow up together and just, and just become one big family, man. So, yeah, absolutely.
So, who are some of the guys growing up that you got to spend time with or meet, celebrity or musician wise, that was just kind of, a thrill for you?
Oh, Michael Jackson, man. I met Michael. That was insane, man. Stevie Wonder. These geniuses, these giants. I mean, Stevie Wonder is like God. You get nervous. Janet Jackson. you know, so many people, man. Some I can't even remember. Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen. Are you serious? Oh man, yeah, man. Bon Jovi, Hall and Oates. Uh, yeah, people like that, and much more, man. I'm just giving you the '80s lineup. I got a '90s lineup. I got all types of lineups.
So, growing up in that atmosphere, did you embrace sort of that what would be called now old school music versus the stuff that people your age are listening to? How'd you balance that?
I mean, I have two ears, man, and a heart, and what I hear goes in, and if I like it, I like it, man. It's just music, man. It's not that deep, man. If I like a song or like an artist, or I just like it, man. Whether it's Bon Jovi to James Brown to Herbie Hancock to Celine Dion, Sting. I love all this stuff, man. It's just music to me. So I don't really get into all the, you know, some of the trap music that's pushing pop culture today is some of it's funky as heck, man. It's just grooving. And music has to evolve. It has to evolve. The new generation comes along and laptops, internet is was pushing the new millennium, new generations to create this music because it went from live instrumentation to computers to programs where it doesn't take much to come up with a cool groove, especially if you know something about something. You can easily come up with some cool stuff, you know. And so I prefer, that '80s music. If I had to pick a genre, I mean, an era that's like incredible, it would say '80s, because those songs would just live forever. I don't know if these songs today are going to live forever. That would be interesting. I don't know. That's the test, if how long that song can last. All those bands I just named, from Stevie to Kool and the Gang to Earth, Wind and Fire, we're still jamming to their songs right now. You know, yeah,
And and
that's
so
special.
and so many of them also were either sampled or interpolated for newer songs too.
That's true too. That's true. Yeah. So, especially in the '90s, sampling was big. You're right. You're right. But now they're not doing much sampling, but they are kind of remaking songs or taking the verse or hook of a song but put it to a new beat. But they'll take so a lot of cool stuff going on, man. But yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, it keeps coming around. I don't know if you've heard Ice Cube's new song is like a funkadelic. So
I saw that. I
yeah.
saw that. He's Ice Cube's the man. Yeah, I saw that though. Yeah, good stuff, Cube. I love it. And I really like what Bruno Mars is doing.
Uh,
Now he's giving it to you, '80s, '90s, and his swag is just on 10,000. So, and he's one of the biggest artists in the world. So there's proof that good music still works. Some good bands out there, man. Uh,
did you actually end up doing any, roadie type kind of work with, Kool and the Gang, or what types of
no.
functions did you do related to the group?
So I was a hype man slash rapper, I would say. You know what I'm saying? When I come out, I turn up. I get the whole show turned up. I get the crowd going crazy, and just take it up another notch. You know what I mean? With my energy, and that's what they really love. And the people go crazy. I start rapping on Jungle Boogie, and just getting the crowd hyped on Celebration, and it's just a good thing. It blends right in. People are like, wow, that fits so perfectly. Well, yeah, because the '90s again sampled this, and it made it cool for hip hop to be on top of some of these songs. So it all makes sense.
How old were you when you first went on stage to do that?
Wow. Uh, 20 when I started with Kool and the Gang. Yeah, around 20 years old, I think, with Kool and the Gang. But I feel like I've been on stage at one point in like my whole life. It feels like. Yeah, because I did 10 years with Kool and the Gang. I still do it here and there, not as much because I'm busy DJing and I'm creating my own album now, and I have a single out now called Royalty that's doing very well. So, but I still do dates with Kool and the Gang here and there.
Were you nervous first time on stage? Or were you just so pumped
Yeah,
it didn't matter?
Yeah, I was confident, pretty confident. And I had practice with other bands I was in, and so I had practice, but I was pretty confident, But yeah, you always get nervous right before you go on. You get that little, like, oh shit, But it goes once you grab that mic and wave your hands from side to side. Forget about it. And once you see the people react, it's like, whoa, I'm gone, man. Yeah. Some cool footage of me on YouTube, Prince Hakim Jungle Boogie. Check it out.
There you
At
go.
the
Definitely have to
garden.
check that
Different
out.
places. Yeah, check it out. It's dope.
Well,
Wild stuff,
Hakeem,
man.
you're talking to a fellow DJ here. That's how I came up as a disc jockey in Los Angeles clubs and a ton of mobile work, all kinds of different events. And so, yeah, I got out of it some time ago, but I did it for, 15 years at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I miss my 1200 turntables and all that.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I see all the records behind you.
Yeah. Well, music is, man, I'm sure you feel it too. It's just so important in life.
Oh, yeah. It's the pulse, man. It's the beat, It's the beat of life, man.
So
Can't live without it.
tell me a little bit more about that song Royalty. So you got it's Walt Anderson singing on it, is that right?
Yeah, Walt Anderson from Philly, talented singer-songwriter from Philly, and we got together and created this jam, man. It sounds great.
It is good. Yeah,
Sounds
I've
great.
heard. I saw the video too. It's very cool. And you got your dad's in the video, and um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. DT, the Kool and the Gang horn section is in the video. Me and Walt having fun, and man, it just feels so good and it's just refreshing. That's what people saying. Wow, it's so refreshing. You love it, man. So we're
tell,
looking
tell,
for that video to do some big things.
tell me a little bit about how that song came together, though, Hakeem. How far back did you start working on it? How did it come together?
Yeah, royalty. The idea I had, because I'm always writing down ideas that come in my head. I'll write them down in my phone or wherever. And I had this idea that when I make my album, my first record, I want to call Royalty. So I always had that idea, because I'm the Prince Hakim DJ. So I started working on the track, and slowly. Then when I got it to a place that I thought was funky and felt great, I started writing down my ideas, and I got with Walter Anderson. We collaborated. He heard some of my ideas, some of my melodies. I was singing to it, and he started writing a song to it, man. And he also sang the song, which is him, which is dope. So I got to produce it and DJ it. He's the singer featuring Walter Anderson, and yeah, feels good. Can't wait to perform that live.
So are you getting what kind of action are you getting with that song in terms of just the song and also the new video?
Good, good, good stuff, man. Good action. Sirius XM added it to their station, the R&B station. The Music Choice added it to their R&B channel. Donnie Simpson played it yesterday down at his radio, and that was awesome. Donnie Simpson sitting with Donnie playing my record. Woo! And he loved it. That was that Magic 102.3 in DC. So yeah, it's doing great.
And not too shabby. I mean, you can have Kool and the Gang sort of as your backup band.
Ah, yeah, not too bad, right? Not too bad, man. Yeah, and you're right about that, because
So,
those horns that they laid sounds great.
and you're gonna do a full album, you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Uh, well, an EP, 3 to 4 songs, and that's how I'm gonna start out with 3 to 4 songs per year, and then take it from there. Yeah, yeah.
When do you think we might see that?
That's a good question. Uh, definitely the first quarter of 2019. Yeah, yeah.
And what about in terms of any live performances of the song or TV appearances or?
Yeah, we have Fox TV in DC coming up, the morning show. That's gonna be pretty cool. And yeah, we'll see what else comes up as we continue to move it forward.
Back to the DJing a little bit.
Now I have gigs coming up uh, as DJing with coming up soon. Oh yeah, a lot of gigs at Sony Hall in New York City with Prince's band, a New Power Generation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I have a show with Brian McKnight coming up, and I'll be spinning my song. Absolutely.
And I think I saw you've done some gigs with George Clinton, right?
Yeah, yeah. Did George, and that was a funky night. I mean, wow, that's the king of funk there, man. Woo. Let me tell you, it's hard to get him off the stage once he gets going. But yeah, that was beautiful, George and Genuine, and just staying busy, staying busy. I have a private party coming up in Carnegie Hall in New York City, and a lot of cool stuff happening.
I want to ask you though, what skills today do you think make for a top level DJ?
Yeah, I would just have to hear what they're doing, but I think good mixing, good transitions, good song choices, you know, um, having enough song transition choices to last a few hours, it can be challenging. It's not easy, but with practice, you can do it. And studying the greats that came before you, and really absorb and listen to a lot of music and know the songs that you're playing as much as possible. When a breakdown may come, that's when it's a good time to mix another song in. When a transition may come, so if you know the songs and you're studying the songs, you know them. So when you're DJing them, you say, okay, the bam, 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 next song, boom. You know.
Are you still spinning vinyl or just CDs or digital files or what?
Yeah, I do it all, but the CDJs, and I have a controller, Pioneer makes, and most of my catalog, over 3,000 songs, is in my laptop, in my hard drive. Definitely not carrying 3,000 records around. Not that I need that many for a party, but yeah. But vinyl's fun. Yep. I have a record player at home, and I'm about to get that new. There's a new 1200 coming out with but you don't have to put a needle on it. It's just a record. It plays your iTunes. The 1200. It's awesome with no needle.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
I still have some compressed vertebrae from lugging those record crates around when I was DJing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Sorry
up to
to hear
this
that.
point, Hakeem, what would you say you're most proud of accomplishing, and what do you really hope to eventually accomplish?
So I'm proud where I am as a DJ. I really am, man. I'm although I DJed as a teenager, professionally it's been 4 years, and man, I've came a long way in 4 years, man. I DJed for Mr. President Bill Clinton.
Hmm.
Like, it's amazing. I've been at Carnegie Hall, um, and just so much stuff. Tory Burch private party. So as a DJ, I've done some incredible, and I'm just getting started, man. And now I'm putting out music, and for it to be received so well, it just feels good, man. It's an accomplishment, for people to like an idea that you started with your team, man. But you're a part of this idea. The inception of it, and wasn't just me that made it happen. It takes a team. It takes Walt Anderson and my bass player Sean Bass, who played the bass, the funkiest bass line ever in royalty. So I might have the idea and the concept, but I need people to execute it, you know, because I don't play the bass like that. So it takes a team. The engineer who engineered it and mixed it, the guy who mastered it, Chris Barringer, Grammy Award-winning mastering guy, he mastered my song. You know, it's like, what? They have Kool and Gang on it. It's my family, yeah, but it's honor. It's say if it wasn't my family, and I'm just thinking like, you know, as a, you know, that was my family. I got them on my record. That's like genius, and you know, it's incredible, man. I'm just grateful, you know. So all that to me is a success, man. You know, I want the number one song, of course, but I have a long way to go for that, and you need some major money dollars to get that number one spot. But I'm coming, baby. I'm on my way. Oh yeah.
I got to ask, you know, in all those years I DJed, I have a lot of memories of things that didn't quite go right or the way I would like them to have gone. So I got to ask you, have you encountered anything like that yet, where you've like, you know, run into a power issue or something happened with one of your music files or whatever? Has there been anything that's come up where you're like, oh man, you know, usually you overcome it one way or another, but has anything unexpected or happened like that to you yet?
Uh, well, with the new controllers and computers, there's always possible chance of crashing. And I've had a crash or two during the set, and that's not cute, man. You know, so yeah, that's pretty yeah, you know, people like, what happened? What's going on? The DJ sucks. Hey DJ, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, like my computer just crashed. Nobody wants to hear that. Yeah. Yeah.
I was doing an event on a boat, a cruise ship once, and they lost power to the entire boat.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. So for about an hour, it was dark, and of course
And
it
the
was
love boat, and definitely the love boat, huh?
no doubt, no doubt. So, Hakeem, we've talked about all these great things and benefits that you've had and experiences, you know, being, you know, part of the Kool and the Gang family and the Bell family. But what would you say, you know, are the pros and cons of being, you know, the child of a famous person, in this case, you know, musician?
um, the cons. I don't know if there's too many cons, man. I mean, what's not to like, man? Shit, could have turned out a totally different way. Let me tell you, man. And the universe chose me to be a part of this family, and you know, I didn't choose it, just who I am. So don't blame me, blame God, man. But the cons, you know, well, I would say if I had to say something, because I like to stay positive, but it's everyone kind of goes through this, not just kids, you know, that come from popular families, but no, not knowing who's really genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you may think someone was genuine, then as you grow up and you mature and wise more, like, damn, that person really only hung out with me because of such and such, or just wanted to use me to get to the next step, you know. It's a lot of stuff like that, you know. But like I said, everyone probably goes through stuff like that. But yeah, I would say just not really knowing who's really, you know, got your back and really your friend, as they would say, you know. That's kind
Yeah.
of like, you know what I mean?
Who has the true motives? Yeah.
Yeah, the motives, man. Who has the true motives? Because everyone's fascinated with this idea, right? You know, so everyone wants to be a part of it. You know, so hey, shit, Hakeem, he's in it, his family. If I connect with him and get in that, then I can meet somebody, you know. And this stuff has happened, you know. A lot of people I may have helped connect the dots for just being friendly and cool, you know. But they had other alternatives, man, and other motives, man. So like, huh? So other than that, yeah. Overall, that's pretty much, you know, even with family and just, you know, stuff like that, where people being jealous of you, you know. Um, you know, that can be challenging too. You know what I mean? People hating on you, being jealous, or just upset that they're not. I don't know, not who you are. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's always some downsides, but overall, it's a charmed life. Am I right?
The pros, man, is you get to meet Michael Jackson, man, and hang out with Mike and be a going tour and you know, see this thing firsthand, you know, and meet some cool people and be a part of the industry, man.
Let me ask you, what is your dad really like?
So he's uh he's a chill guy, man. He's really a chill. They gave him the right name, Kool, because he's a cool cat, man. I guess some of his coolness may have rubbed off on me, I guess, but he's because they say the same thing about me, a real chill guy, but he's a loyal guy. He's a loyal man, man. You know, if I learned anything aside from the entertainment business, it would be how loyal he is to his friends, man, and just people. Period. You know, he's a loyal guy, man. That's rare in the music industry for people to be loyal. So he'll stick with you, man. Sometimes, damn, man, why are you even dealing with these people, or how could you even, you know? I don't know. You know, I guess if he starts out with you or something, he's just a loyal guy, man. So,
So that when you were growing up, if you ever got him a little bit mad, it must have been
oh,
something pretty bad, right?
well, that side too. As a father, yeah, discipline, yeah. You didn't want to get cool mad, you know, because he will lose his cool. And oh boy, when he does that, man, you better go running. You better go running. Oh boy, yeah, because it can get rough. But I haven't experienced that side of him too much, you know.
And what about how badass of a band are they? I mean, you get to hear them in rehearsal and in, ways that, most people have not gotten to hear the group. What can you say about that band?
Hard working, man. Hard working, perfection. They strive for. They practice a lot when they do practice. I'm talking 8 hours. You know, man, perfection, hungry, talented musicians with a gift, man. Geniuses, a collective of geniuses, man. Yeah.
No doubt. Um, so as far as your musical tastes go, when you're DJing, it sounds like you mix in a variety of different types of artists, or what types of music and artists do you tend to favor in your DJing?
So it depends where I'm at. Depends who's in front of me. Um, you know, so if I'm doing a Tory Burch launch party for her new clothing line, and I'm going straight 80s, you know. I'm keeping it up tempo, straight 80s, and then into some, you know, disco, maybe in 70s, and keeping it up tempo. Maybe going to the top 40 stuff that's happening. But I'm taking them on a journey musically. You know, I try to take them on a journey, man, and just let them know, you know, where it came from, man, where it went, and mix it all in, you know. So that's when I really, really get to have fun DJing, when I can really play what I want. You know what I mean? They give me a frame, but I can, you know, play what I want. And man, because there's so much music out there, I'm like, wow, you kidding me? I get to curate the music for the next few hours, and I can play what I want. That's an awesome feeling for me, man. Well, that's an awesome feeling, man. And then get the response, and people are digging it like you know, forget about it. No better feeling in the world, man. I'm so blessed.
Well, for me, what really made it fulfilling for me was, I just love music so much. I love sharing what I think is music people will enjoy. And since I can't sing, DJing was perfect for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, for all the shower singers out there, go DJ. Ah.
I just had to be careful not to sing along with the records too much, because then it would,
Yeah, yeah. I could dig it.
So Hakim, before we part ways, is there any other messages or news you want to get out to viewers or fans? And, for sure, let them know how they can, follow what you're doing.
Absolutely. So please go to my website, djprincehakim.com, HAKIM, princehakim.com. And I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Facebook, I'm Prince Hakim, drop the DJ. And Google, and I would love for you guys to check out my new single, Royalty, featuring Walt Anderson, and check out the music video. We spent a lot of money on it, and we had fun. And the music is going to make you feel amazing. I guarantee you. If it doesn't, leave a comment on YouTube saying this sucked. But I doubt it. You're going to love it, man, because it feels good, It's real, really good stuff. So thank you, man. Holla at me.
Hey, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate you spending the time. I wish you great continued success, Hakim.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, welcome back here to Truth and Rhythm's home base. Could you imagine what it would be like growing up in such a rich and famous musical family, exposed to places, people, and experiences most of us can only dream of? More power to him, I say, and it was comforting to find Hakim to be well-grounded and eager to prove himself on his own terms and merits. I'm sure Papa Kool must be very proud indeed. Again, thank you to Hakim for sharing his time with Truth and Rhythm. And as always, thank you to you, the viewers, for spending your time with Truth and Rhythm and spreading the word. Speaking of which, if you don't already, make sure you subscribe to Truth and Rhythm at the Funkin' Stuff channel on YouTube. That's where Truth and Rhythm resides. And you'll get advanced looks at new shows, at least 24 hours ahead of the masses for the premieres of new episodes. We'll keep them coming. Tell a friend, tell families, we need that support. And also write me, email me at scottg@funkinstuff.net. Let me know what you like about the program, who else you want to see, and just, let it fly. Get a lot of queries and emails and feedback, and it's much appreciated. And I enjoy the interaction. So keep it coming. This is your show. So with that, this is Scott Goldfine, as always, saying, keep on vibrating to the rhythm of the one.